Well. Carolina State, halftime. This your boy, OG Big Sam. Um, it is what it is. These Wolfpack are giving it, and they're giving it good. Yeah, it's a ACC dog fight. Uh, you know, and it's I got to give credit what credit is due. These Wolfpack brought their lunch pail and hard hat. They're running tough. They're making tough catches. Um, but I think the officiating could be a little bit better. That offensive guard for NC State number 74 is getting away with some egregious holding. And there was a couple of reviewed or non-reviewed fumbles that should have been, done. But right now it stands, Tech 17, NC State 24. Uh, you know, you got there's got to be more gap discipline with Tech's defense against this quarterback for NC State, in my opinion. He's getting away with, he's getting away with, saying they did too many free runs. He said, did you complain about Georgia, but Georgia Tech doing the same thing, and also the refs was on floor side. I mean, we call some of that out. You know what I'm saying? In that halftime. I just think that the difference the difference here, it's not too much to call take on as far as play calling. NC State is just showing up, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're playing hard nosed football. That's I think that's the bigger difference in these two games. The the difference in the play calling between Georgia and Georgia Tech is the arrogance of Kirby Smart. You know what I'm saying? And with Georgia Tech, they stick to what they do, man. They're running the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're throwing it. Some, there's a few drops. You know what I'm saying? But NC State is right there with them. Tech has made plays, but NC State has made more plays. That's just the biggest difference in this game. You know what I'm saying? Kirby over there with his foolishness, you know what I'm saying? He arrogantly calls plays, you know what I'm saying, that it shouldn't be damn called instead of sticking to your damn guns. And yes, they are. NC State is a 4-14. You know what I'm saying? But NC State has played tough over the years, especially these last couple of years. They have. And it's just another one of these, you know what I'm saying, type of games right here. But I feel Keys is going to be able to make some adjustments. The real adjustments got to come on the defensive side of the ball for Tech. Okay, they got to stop. They got to stop giving the free runs to this quarterback for NC State. That's the bulk of the problem. Southside said, but also Bobo is going against SEC defenses weekly. That's tough. You have to do what you have to do. I can agree with that and then disagree with that as well. I mean, when you got a cabinet full of you know what I'm saying, hard-nosed running back, and you're not using them as such. I'm just saying, which has been a large part of my problem with Bobo. You know, they should we should be leading the nation in running the fucking ball. But that's another section. That's some conversation that's gonna be on Monday. You know, um, NC State is moving the ball up and down the field on Tech right there. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Take out to make some defensive adjustments. That's the biggest part. You know what I'm saying? They made plays offensively, but NC State is making more plays by their offense. And due to the fact that this quarterback is getting free runs. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting beat on the passing wise, we're getting beat on the edges. You know what I'm saying? These out routes or wearing us out. Something's got to happen. We got to get pressure, and you got to, you know what I'm saying, there's got to be some bump and run, some, you know what I'm saying, some press, real stronger press coverage. Brett Keys, Tech's coach, who came from the SEC actually. You know what I'm saying? But he's built Tech program. You know what I'm saying? In these 3 years, and this being his 3rd year at Tech, you know what I'm saying? You've seen, you know what I'm saying? You've seen how, you know what I'm saying, the program has grown each year under him. You know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just maintaining, you know, do you think Tech can beat Miami? Yeah. Uh-huh. I do. I'm with Georgia Tech. I'm not afraid of any team in the ACC. Not Louisville, not Miami, not Florida State, not Boston College, not Virginia, none. Carolina, none. Wake Forest, none. Syracuse, none. You know what I'm saying? People calling it Clemson. With Tech, I'm not afraid of none of these guys. You know, Pitt, none of them. I think Tech and I think Tech proved that last year as well. I mean, let's think about something. If that was the right tackle, if the right tackle don't get hurt last year against Georgia, there's an entirely different conversation. Tech ends up in a higher bowl, maybe even the damn playoff. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, they should have beat Georgia on last year. You know, we're not. You see, that's the thing I like about Keys. He's good on adjustments in game and at halftime. Right now, really, the biggest thing is that they got to make some defensive adjustments. The offense just need to continue doing what they're doing, running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Dunking to the. You know what I'm saying? What NC State defense is giving. You know what I'm saying? And defensively, that's where the adjustments have to come. We got to stop these, you know what I'm saying, free runs that the NC State quarterback has gotten, and we got to play, you know what I'm saying, better coverage on the outside. Press, bump and run, bump, you know what I'm saying, bump and run coverage, you know what I'm saying, slow these receivers down, not letting these receivers get, free releases, you know what I'm saying, to get, you know what I'm saying, open, you know what I'm saying, catches and be gone 5-10 yards before somebody touches them. You know, that's the biggest difference in this game. Again, Georgia Tech has made plays, but NC State has made more plays. You know, yeah. You know what I'm saying, and it's Matt Ryan came from Boston College. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Boston College has had some good players come out. Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have. They have. Matt Ryan being one of those guys. Um, you know, right now, take just need to gather themselves, make the adjustments defensively, get some better gap discipline, keep your head on the swivel because this quarterback for NC State he's making snap decisions. That's also part of the problem. He's making snap decisions. When everybody is like when we're in man coverage, he automatically boom, he takes off. You know what I'm saying? Even in zone, if he's to his third progression and ain't nobody open, he's taking off. We got that. We need to spy something. You know what I'm saying? Bring the coverage up a little bit closer to combat that. You know what I mean? And we need to get pressure at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack to let the pocket collapse on him where he don't have lanes. That's also part of the problem. So um, that's where it's at. You got a few other games going on. Tennessee and Oklahoma are tied at 10 with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Let me see. I think Michigan is up in their game. We've had a couple of upsets. Miami fell today. Vanderbilt fell to Texas by 3. That was a barn burner in itself. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State spanked Penn State. They're gonna remain number one. Um, it's a hell of a day right now. Again, Georgia Tech down 7, 24-17 at the current moment. Excuse says he's not stressing. NC State quarterback is chilling. Tech need to make NC State. Yes, that exactly. Before he's even into a situation where he has to, he's taking off, or like I said, their receivers are getting free breaks. You know what I'm saying? They're 5 yards of space. It shouldn't be pitch and catch. You know what I'm saying? They need to be press, bump and run coverage. They need to get, harassed, at the line before they get a free break. Um, I would I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised. I thought maybe they would play better, but they made it a game in the second half. I still think they're a good team, that being their first loss. Um, uh, 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 I still think that Carson Beck is one of the better quarterbacks in the country, but I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, it's he's gonna get drafted. Becky's gonna get drafted. He is. So going, second half, coming up. Um, Again, great win by the Dogs. Kentucky and Auburn tied at halftime, 3-3. Let me see. You got some others that's going on. A few other games coming up late. Florida State is up 14-0. It started the second half in their game. It's been a good night, a good day of college football. Um, you know, Southside said, I still like Beck. He throws pick at worst times sometimes. It's true, but he's kind of, gotten a little better. You know what I'm saying? I guess that comes with, having a better offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at him for leaving Georgia. I understand why he did. You know what I'm saying? And Ski, nope, I'm not gonna say that at all. Not gonna do it, and that's disrespectful. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that at all. You got to credit Georgia. they do play up to the opponent they played against the undefeated Ole Miss team. It, yeah. Speaking of which, Ole Miss is winning their game 17-14 with 7.5 minutes to go in the third in their game. Um, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's you're getting it as it comes. But Ski, I'm not gonna disrespect Carson Beck in that such at all. I'm just not. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna no. Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. 2 minutes ago, in Death Valley, it's still tied 10-10. Notre Dame right now in the fourth quarter, 18-10. Look like they just scored. And right now that score is probably going to change. It's 25-10. Oh no, that the game is over with. 25-10. That Notre Dame wins that game. That was they were just showing the highlights. But hey, look, man, y'all getting on this second half again. Take most of the adjustments going to have to come on the defense side of the ball. I think the offense could just keep doing what they're doing. Texas Tech 43, Kansas State 20 in that win for them. I'm giving it to you as it folds. Giving you look live outlooks. All right, but man, you know what? I ain't fooling with you, Ski. I ain't fooling with you. I ain't even fooling with you. West Virginia 45, Houston 35 final in that game. Arizona State 24, Iowa State 19 as the final. As it goes, UFC gets blown out by Baylor 30-3. You know what I'm saying? Just giving it to you as it comes. You know what I'm saying? Kansas 38, Oklahoma State 21 as a final. You know what I'm saying? Ski. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Dang. Uh, Coach Prime in Colorado are getting blown out again by Arizona at the particular point, 45-7. With the second half just getting started. Bad, 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 bad. But hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for this second half. Enjoy the second half. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I might get back at y'all to close the night with a little something on the night. Um, NFL news though. The Ravens have traded Jair Alexander to the Eagles for a 6th-round pick. Back in college, Washington State 7-3 on Oregon State at halftime. And hey man, it's your boy OG Big Sam, aka Mr. White. Look, y'all enjoy the second half, and we'll get back at you. I'm out.